What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Madden 20 Ultimate Team video for you guys today. We're going to be going over the best theme builders for you guys to take, just going over all the stats, explaining what positions to go for, what positions not to, and which ones to stay away from. So let's just get right into it. First off, we have Kawan Short up top with the 63 speed, 78 excel, 84 strength, 81 tackling, 85 play rec, 86 block shed, 82 power move, and 62 finesse move. Not a bad player at the beginning of the game. He's a pretty solid player, and there's not a lot of defensive tackles that I know of that are going to be easy to get in the beginning of the game, so it might not be a bad player to take. Adrian Amos Jr., 86 overall, 85 excel, 68 tackling, 87 play rec, 81 pursuit, 74 man, 84 zone with 79 hit power. Not a bad card. The only problem with the safety position right now is there is some players you can get. You obviously get the master Pat Tillman, which probably won't be out that high of an overall that early, but there is also the Tyrann Mathieu and other players as well that you can grab pretty easily. So he might not be the best option, but definitely someone I'll keep my eye on when the game drops and really make that decision when it comes closer. That 86 speed, 84 zone, those are going to be really good, especially that apparently the users on safeties are supposed to be better this year. So we'll see if that actually is, or if people are still using middle linebackers, or if they're bringing down strong safeties and using those. Next up, we have Darius Slay, 85 speed, 84 excel, 84 agility, 80 jump, 85 play rec, 82 man, 87 zone, and 82 press. I've always been a fan of Darius Slay cards. He's always got a pretty good speed right off the bat. 85, that's going to be a solid amount at the beginning of the game. And he always is, he's 6 foot, which is great. 87 zone, 82 man. He can basically do both. And cornerback's also a depth position. So if for some reason you pulled an 88 corner, or I don't know what the highest overall corner is, but if you pulled that and he was your number 1, then you can come get this Darius Slay and still put him at your number 2. Because you need at least 2. You could even run nickel if you do have 3 good corners and not good linebackers on opening day. So you could really adjust your defense accordingly. Next up, we have CJ Mosley with the 79 speed, 83 excel, 69 strength, 88 tackling, 89 play rec, 70 block shed, hitting powers 84, and 70 zone coverage. So not a bad card. Like I said, I don't know how users are going to be this year, so I don't know if this is going to be a below average user card, if it's going to be a good user card, which ones are going to be the best, and things like that. I probably won't be going for CJ Mosley, but he's not the worst option. Middle linebacker, if you don't pull any other middle linebackers, it's definitely an important position to have. I definitely think users in that spot are definitely going to be a thing. I think they're just not going to be so overpowered this year, but definitely something to keep your eye out for. So we have left guard, Andrew Norwell, 81 strength, 88 awareness, 84 pass block, 86 pass block. Power, 84 pass block finesse, 77 run block, 79 run block power, 76 run block finesse. I'm not really a big fan of using these on linemen. If you need it on linemen, feel free to take them, but I'm not a huge fan on taking them, just because, especially early on in the game, if I'm a day or 2 in, I need to get my skill positions up. And if I'd rather have a weak spot at left guard or something like that, rather than have a weak spot at corner, something that people could really exploit. So I stay away from them. But if you need a lineman and that's really the only position you need, definitely lineman can always be an option. Next up, right guard Kevin Zettler, 84 strength, 77 awareness, 86 pass block, 87 pass block power, 86 pass block finesse, 69 run block, 73 run block power, and 67 run block finesse. So once again, linemen, pretty much the same story for all of them. Don't necessarily need to get one. If you want to get one, sure, go for it, but not my number 1 option. So George Kittle coming up next is actually a really good tight end at the beginning of the game. I haven't seen, obviously, everyone's tight end stats, but if you look at 81 speed is really good. Like the 88 Journey Michael Thomas, I believe, only has 82 speed. So 81 speed from a tight end is going to be a matchup nightmare. 73 strength, 85 catch, 77 catch in traffic, 80 spec, and then his short route running 78, medium route running 76, and run block is 79. So he can also block a little bit, which is good. Tight ends, I don't believe there's any tight ends that you can grab. I think you can grab like the Ultimate Trainer Greg Olsen. I think he's like an 85 overall, but this card's probably going to be better than that. So I really don't think there's too many cards that will be able to compare to it. Actually, if we go over to my Twitter account, we'll be able to see. I posted a picture and it should have the Greg Olsen stats, so that might be a good way to show you guys. Okay. Let's go over to the medias and check him out. So right here, let's see if the Greg Olsen. So as you can see, Greg Olsen, 77 speed, 63 strength. He actually has 87 catch and 87 catch in traffic with 86 spec. So he has a lot better catching, but he can't run block. He's only at a 55, and he's a little bit slower. So this George Kittle card is definitely going to be a lot better option. Just something to keep in mind. Alex Mack, once again, is a lineman, so don't really care too much about him, but he is a really good run blocker with that 87 run block, power being 84, and then run block finesse being 87 with that 85 strength and 89 awareness. At that center position, not a bad player to get. Center's not usually my number one choice. If I do need to upgrade a lineman, I'll usually go for either a guard or a tackle, primarily a tackle, just because you could really stop that pass rush. So that's just something to keep out for. Brandon Graham, 71 speed, 78 excel, 79 strength, 85 tackling, 86 play rec, 81 block shed, 86 power move, and 79 finesse move. I'm not really a fan of slow DNs. Only having 71 speed at 86 overall is not really the way I like to do things, but if you guys really like maybe running a 3-4, or if you guys don't really mind having slow speed off the edge, feel free to get this Brandon Graham. It's a good card. The only other DNs I've seen that are like, easy to get, or, one of the set ways to get him is the Josh Allen 86 left end. But I don't think that's going to be that easy to get because you have to put in like 70 core rookie cards, so it's probably not going to be that easy. Next up, we have the 85 strength, 88 awareness, 83 pass block power 84, pass block finesse 82, and then the run blocks all in the 70s. So once again, a tackle, if you really want a pass blocking left tackle and you need one, sure, go for it. Not usually my number one option when it comes to cards like that or these type of promos. Next up, what we have is the Amari Cooper. So first off, I would not take a wide receiver just because there's so many wide receivers you can get. You obviously are going to get the Torrey Holt Level Master, and then you could also get the Ultimate Trainer Juju. You can get a Herman Moore Captain card. There's just so many options. If you did the Marquise Brown from the Rookie Premier in Madden 19, he starts off, I think, with 88 speed, even though he's only like a 72, so he's going to be really, really fast. So not my number one option. As you can see, though, decent card with the 85 speed, 82 jump, 83 catching, 79 catch in traffic, 81 spec, short route running, 82, medium, 84, and deep, 79. If you really don't care and you just want to beef up your receivers and get like 3 or 4 of them, sure, go for it. Or if you're not going to take the Juju Ultimate Trainer, or if you're not going to take, the Herman Moore Captain cards and the only one you're going to have is Torrey Holt and you didn't do the Marquise Brown, then definitely, it's not a bad card. Not my number one option. I think you could definitely find better cards. I think the Juju Smith-Schuster has better stats and he also has like 85 speed. T.Y. Hilton has 85 speed, 78 jump, 83 catch, 76 catch in traffic, spec catch 78, short, medium, and deep is all like 84, 83s. So really the Amari Cooper card I think is better than him. He does have, I don't even know, the route running I guess is what's better, and probably run after catch, but I don't think it's good enough to really warrant getting him. If you're going to take a receiver, I would take Amari Cooper over T.Y. Hilton. And then we have Chris Jones at the D tackle position, 64 speed, 78 excel, 84 strength, tackling 80, play rec 85, block shed 76, power move 85, and finesse move 76. The thing I don't like is the 76 block shed, just because you're probably not going to shed that many blocks and get tackles. Once again, not a terrible card, definitely someone you can pick up. Defensive tackle, probably not going to be my number one option to go for, but if you do need a defensive tackle and you're a really big fan of Chris Jones, feel free to take him. Keenan Allen, in my opinion, is one of the better receivers out of all the receivers in here. Just because of even though he has 80 speed, which is going to be really slow day one, he still has that 86 catch in traffic, It's 80 spec, and then his route running is 83, 81, 77. You know, adding him with the Journey, Michael Thomas, and then if you get like the Torrey Holt level up, that would be a pretty good mix because you'd have two great route runners that catch a lot of balls in traffic, and then you'd have someone like a Torrey Holt to go over the top. But that's really preferable on what you prefer, what kind of player you want to go. And if you like speed receivers, or are you more catching over the middle type of player? Personally, I don't like really slow receivers because I can't get a lot of separation. But I usually like to have one that's like this. But I'll probably just wait for the Michael Thomas Journey. That's an 88. Like I said, with the 82 speed and a little bit better catching stats than this. Next up is Marcus Gilbert. Once again, right tackle, 85 strength, 91 awareness, 80s pass blocks, and then run blocking is in the 70s. Not a great card. If you need a pass blocking right tackle, go for it. Not my position that I would go for. Nakamata Sue, 64 speed, 75 excel, 91 strength, 81 tackle, 86 play rec, 85 block shed, 79 power move, and 65 finesse move. I'm not a huge fan of this card. Once again, D-end with 64 speed is just not something I like. I would definitely rather take someone else with a little bit more speed. Like this Myles Garrett. This Myles Garrett card is a lot better in my opinion. 76 speed, 82 excel, 88 strength, only 74 tackling, but he has 84 play rec, 82 block shed, 87 power move, and 80 finesse move. Once again, I play in a 4-3. Nakamata Sue, you'll probably play in a 3-4 definitely. But he's still a little bit slow for me. Even if I do line up in a 3-4 formation, I still like to have speedy D ends. Next up is Kareem Jackson at the cornerback position, and I think the Darius Slade just off the bat looks a lot better. 82 speed, 83 excel, 79 agility, 83 jump, 90 play rec, 78 man, 80 zone, and 78 press. Basically, Darius Slay for the same overall has better speed, better zones. I don't know. I think his play rec's a little bit lower, and that's basically it. He's 2 inches taller. So really, this Kareem Jackson, don't worry about him. Micah Hyde, only the 81 speed. Not a huge fan of that. He does have 88 play rec, which is pretty huge, and 87 zone coverage. But with that 81 speed, I'm not a fan at the safety position. I think you can pull like the Tyrann Mathieu or someone like that will probably be better off back there. Geno Atkins, defensive tackle, 71 speed, so I do like that. He's a little bit faster than some of the other guys. 77 excels, 83 strength, 75 tackling, 88 play rec, 81 block shed, 84 power move, and 70 finesse move. Once again, D tackles, they're really up in the air. It depends on what kind of system you want and which one you want. I think I would put Geno Atkins in front of the Chris Jones just for speed purposes, and then also Kawan Short I would put him in front of just because of speed purposes. But I would rate him so far on the first page: Geno Atkins number 1, Kawan Short number 2, and then Chris Jones number 3 if you are looking at a defensive tackle. But preferably, I think the Myles Garrett is one of the better cards that I've seen so far that I would probably choose. I would probably stay away from safeties and wide receivers. Right now, I'm between George Kittle and Myles Garrett. And then let's go ahead and look at the rest of them on the second page. So Tariq Cohen, 85 speed, 90 agility, 86 excel, 73 carrying, 70 catch, 88 elusiveness, 57 truck, and 81 break tackle. Not a bad running back. Running backs are a really weird position. It's really what preference. I'm not really a fan on like a Tariq Cohen type of card. But that being said, if you are, feel free to take him. Really, you could replace him with anyone you want. And there's other players you can get probably around that overall or a little bit lower. But not a bad card nonetheless. So this Daniel Hunter, 82 speed, 84 excel, 75 strength, 78 tackle, 84 play rec, 79 block shed, power move only at 69, and finesse move at 83. So really, he has good speed. That's where he's going to be good at. I would compare him to the Myles Garrett as like 1A and 1B for this position, but I would probably take Myles Garrett over him just because I think the strength and the block shed will really help out. So I would take Myles Garrett and over Daniel Hunter. Yeah, he has a little bit of speed, but on day one, it probably won't matter that much. The Delaney Walker really doesn't have that great of stats. Route running in the 70s, catch at 82, speed only at 77, run blocking at 80. You might as well take the George Kittle. He's a lot better card, in my opinion. Next up is Lamar Miller. Actually has pretty good stats. He can't really catch out of the backfield with that 62. not too well, but he has the 86 speed, 86 agility, 85 carrying, 80 break tackle, 78 elusiveness. So not a bad card overall. Like I said, halfbacks are really weird because some people use 2 or 3 halfbacks. Preferably, I like to stick to one or two. Really, just I like having one running back that does it all. So some people prefer having maybe a downhill runner and then having another catching back out the back, but that's not the way I like to do it. So this is really a 3-4 outside linebacker, TJ Watt. 77 speed, 82 excel, 71 strength, 76 tackling, 86 play rec, 79 block shed, 70 power move, and 86 finesse move. If you need a 3-4 linebacker, not a bad one, not really preferable. I'm personally going to stay away from him, not really a fan. Russell Wilson has decent stats, 78 speed, accuracy is 82, 79, 83, with the throw on the run at the 89 and his play action 86. But quarterbacks are just one of those positions. Once again, I don't think you should take a quarterback at this spot. There's so many other quarterbacks you can take. Personally, I have a Kyler Murray. That's going to be a 72 overall at 90 speed or whatever it's going to be on day one. So I'm definitely just going to use him. Unless there's someone else that you get that's really easy. I think there's also an 86 Baker Mayfield you can get from the Epics. I'm not sure how hard that's going to be to get, but that Baker's probably going to be a lot better than this card, I would guess. I'm not sure the stats on it. Demario Davis, just off the bat, I don't like the fact that he's only got the power move 48 and finesse move 55, but this is really a 4-3 linebacker. If you use him for 4-3 only and you never blitz him, that play rec at 89, tackling 81, 79 speed with 77 block shed, 78 strength, that's not a bad card. He's going to be good in coverage, definitely can get to the zones he needs to get to, but he's really not going to be able to pass rush. There's Ryan Kerrigan, 72 speed. Just right off the bat, that throws me off. I don't like 72 speed from a linebacker, just compared to some of these other linebackers that are here. Play rec 88, tackling 83, power move 85. So really he's going to be a kind of a hybrid, probably more of a 3-4 backer, but 72 speed, I'm going to stay away from him, and you guys should too. Mark Ingram, only 82 speed, 84 carrying. Once again, 64 catches low, 85 trucking, 84 break tackle, 71 elusiveness. Definitely stay away from him. If you're going to take a running back, I think Lamar Miller or Tariq Cohen are better options. Aqib Talib, 81 speed, only 85 excel, 85 agility, 90 jumpy, 84 press coverage, 85 man, 80 zone, and press 85. So if you really play a lot of man, this might not be a bad card, but I play a lot of zone. And also the 81 speed, I would be better off taking the Darius Slay. So once again, I don't think he's really worth it. LaMarcus Joyner, 82 speed, 88 play rec, 80 pursuit, 80 man, 84 zone. Once again, I don't really think it's worth it. I think there's better cards. And then the Julian Edelman with the 79 speed, 81 catch, 80 catch in traffic. Route running is decent. But if you're going to take a receiver, I would probably take the Amari Cooper or the Keenan Allen, depending if you want a little bit more speed or a little bit more catching. Like I said, there's a lot of wide receivers out there, so I don't advise it. I would probably take the Ultimate Trainer Juju and, use my Torrey Holt, my Marquise Brown, wait till I get the Michael Thomas from the Journey. But it's all preference, how you guys want to build your team. Personally, I think the best players to take are Darius Slay because at corner. If you want a tight end, George Kittle, and then Myles Garrett. Those would be probably my top 3 that I think you can fit into your team pretty well. Myles Garrett, you could even, if you got 2 good DNs somehow, you could probably even throw him at D tackle, and he would get the job done just because he has that 82 block shed, and he also has good power move and finesse move, and he still has 74 tackling. George Kittle, best tight end they have available here. If you need a tight end with some speed and also good run blocking, this would be a good one to get. And then Darius Slay would be my cornerback to get. Like I said, I can't tell you guys which ones in which order, just because we don't know exactly how easy it's going to be to get all these other Ultimate Trainers and things like that. So I don't want to say I'm for sure going to take Darius Slay, and then I end up taking, I think it might be a Ty Law for a captain card, and you might end up with another cornerback that you didn't think you were going to have. So I wouldn't necessarily say I'm for sure going to take Darius Slay, but if I had to choose, I think Darius Slay, George Kittle, or Myles Garrett would be my top 3 options, just based off of what I've seen in the game. And also, like I said, Myles Garrett, you can kind of move him around on the line. George Kittle, like that 81 speed. You can technically use 2 tight ends if you did have another good tight end. And then Darius Slay in that cornerback position, which is a depth position. It seems like there's a lot of wide receivers out there right now, but I haven't seen that many corners. And he's got really good stats with that 87 zone and 85 speed. He's always got good stats. So let me know down below in the comment section who you guys are thinking about taking, which ones are your guys' favorites. Let me know if you guys agree with me or if you guys have different opinions, and if you guys think that having too many receivers in the beginning of the game is good, bad. Let me know, and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe, guys, if you guys want to see more content. Like I said before, it really helps my channel grow and it really helps me out. And as always, guys, I will see you next time.